When I started playing guitar, I was pretty young. I was like 12. So I didn't, I obviously was far away from getting my license and driving to music stores. I had lots of friends who were musicians, and one guy in particular,
Rich, who we
right,
played music with for forever, so we should say thanks to Rich Wacker. Thanks, Rich.
Dr. Rich.
Dr. Rich Wacker. Dr. Richard Wacker.
Yeah. Bought a Mesa Boogie Mark IV head, and he put it in this big, heavy rack case, and he wasn't like a very accomplished guitarist, but he just knew what
sounded good.
Yeah, he knew what sounded good.
So Rich fired up that amp, and it was basically it was that sound that we hadn't heard, come out of an amp. It's a sound that we had heard through people's records, through people like Soundgarden and stuff like that. And it was just like there was a tone that we were looking for, And going through different kinds of guitars, different amps, not being able to find it. And that was one of those amps that no matter what guitar pretty much you plugged into it, it had that sound, that sound that we were looking for, that creamy,
velvety goodness.
Creamy, velvety goodness.
Metal goodness. Yeah.
Just the right amount of metal.
Yeah. And we use them to this day, live.
We went to music stores every weekend to try and find new gear, find good stuff. And we came upon a place that had a bunch of Mesa stuff. And we didn't really know that much about it. And we found out that, when you go up and you ask the sales guy, you're like, what does this cost? And like, this is the price. Yeah, well, what do we get it from you? No, this is the price.
That's right.
Find out the hard way that there's no deals on Mesa gear.
It's always a deal.
It's always a deal.
It is always.
Even at full price.
You know what? Full price, it's a smoking deal.
Full price is a smoking deal.
Hey,
we bought it anyway.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta have the best.
The first Mesa Boogie amp you bought was a Mark IV, and we're still playing those.
Yeah. The first head was a Mark IV, and strangely enough, we still play those heads.
Has it been 15 years? It probably has been 15 years. We probably got one just after they were, probably 91, 92 is when he first got his first one.
Mm-hmm. Back then, when all I wanted was a full stack. I wanted to just walk into my bedroom and see the guitar hanging on the wall and look at my full stack, Mesa Boogie, where the head matches the cabinet. And I just crank it up.
He couldn't reach it, he was pretty small.
Short guy. Yeah, I always get the short jokes. Thanks, Dad.
The ladder for the little guy. Now it's 3 wide. We need to go full stack 3 wide.
When we started touring, we needed gear that was throw and go, quick in, quick out, and that was when I started really playing with full stacks and stuff like that. But I would just love to get a wall of amps behind me at some point.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe this.
And I mean, that's what when I started playing guitar. It was I was learning Van Halen, and that's what they did, man.
A lot of different amps, over within a year, probably went through 3, 4, 5 different amps.
Crappy Marshalls, man.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on there?
A bunch of crappy Marshalls.
Man, I went out and got this JCM 900 50 watt, and I tried to play this show downtown Chicago. It was Metro,
something like that.
Plug the thing in, and I'm like, where's the low end? Where's the beefy? Where's the beef? Is what I have to ask Marshall.
For years, Pete actually in his bedroom has a 412 cabinet and Mark IV head that purple lizard skin that you guys made for him.
Yeah.
That was the amp he played.
That's my pride and joy right there. What a long run for one guitar amp.
That is
to be using them on the road religiously for as long as we've been touring. Roughly since, what, 90?
We started touring in early 98.
Yeah, but when we started playing shows, 94? Okay, so since 94 we've been playing shows using the Mark IV head. And, great head. Our first record, point number 1, with Steve Albini.
That was straight up Mark
IV. Yeah,
it
was. We brought in.
412.
We'd never made a record before, so we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know if we were going to use our own gear, his gear, whatever. We walked in blind. You got to go through it before you know what was going on. And I remember asking Steve Albini, what do you want me to play through as far as tone? And he's like, what'd you bring? I was like, well, I brought this Mark IV. it's Mesa Boogie. And he's like, let's fire it up. And he put a speaker, he put a mic in front of the speaker, and he goes, sounds good. Let's go with that. And Steve Albini, seal of approval right
That's
there.
right.
And that is the one and only guitar amp on that record.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. Well, yeah, we've used the dual rectifiers as well.
The Road King, we used that one too.
Yeah, I think the Mark IV is different from the dual rectifier because of the tightness that you get. I think it's almost like it naturally compresses, a guitar tone more so than the dual rectifier. I think I've used the dual rectifier live before, but it never really gave me the confidence that I had with the Mark IV for some reason. The Mark IV is just tighter. It's once you get to know it, it's really easy to use. It's really an amp that you can fine tune. I think with the dual rectifier, it's more of like I've heard spongy, heard like loose, And for us, we've just always wanted to go for more of a tighter, more
direct sound,
I use the Mark IV, clean and dirty, live. In this day and age, with so many amp companies out there, and for me to have one head that I can tour with and actually use the clean and the dirty channel as the bass, as the bass sound. I think that's a big accomplishment. I remember thinking, wow, this actually has an EQ that looks like an EQ to me, not like a parametric knob. It has an actual 5-band EQ that you can drastically change your tone to find what you need. And I think that is not on a lot of guitar heads.
Yeah, if you want the Pete's tone, it's a Mark IV with the classic V on the equalizer. It's not about matching someone's tone either. It's about taking something that's good anyway and making it your own.
I tried it, and for me, I just like the 6L6s, This is what I use. I just use it bone stock. I think you guys know what you're doing.
That's how we roll. Bone stock. Yo. Really, really heavy. I'm talking weight. And you really feel there's something substantial there.
Yeah, man. You want to get a workout, lugging your gear around, club to club, get Mesa Boogie.
That's right.
You'll be ripped in no time.